History has seen lots of impressive trades, from Jesse Livermore making $100 million in the stock market to John Paul making $1 billion when betting against bonds. While those were out of these world trades, and we will cover them in the future for sure, there was just recently one trade that broke all records, and we will dive into it today. Hello Storyticians, today we will visit a recent investment that might just become the best one in history. Let's see what happened. There have been lots of crazy stories and things going on. Investment, in general, has been an attractive topic for many people. Most of us are interested in making more with what we got. Maybe we want more money, a better house, a better car, to secure our retirement, to give to others. Whatever the reason, we are all attracted to these stories where people's lives completely change based on an investment. In fact, many of us fantasize about being one of these stories. Historically, some of the craziest trades and investments have come in crashes. Some of the most iconic moneymaker moves, as we mentioned in the beginning of the video, have been people who made a bet on something they believed in. For example, some had made thousands, even millions, by betting on a specific market or asset going down in price. When a crash happens, those people can make crazy returns. Notwithstanding, these ludicrous narratives have been brought into focus lately. More and more we start to listen less about crazy gains in real estate or in the stock market, mostly because there is a new type of asset with extremely high volatility that is taking the stage. As some of you probably know, we are talking about cryptocurrencies. For those who don't know cryptocurrencies, we'll give a quick explanation in less than a minute. If you know them, feel free to skip ahead. Cryptocurrencies are just another type of currency. Just like the US dollar, euro, British pounds and others, they are also a way to store and trade value, something we humans have done for a millennia. Now, cryptocurrencies do bring some cool extra features that traditional currencies don't. For example, you can trade them all over the world in a matter of seconds, which makes them very convenient. Also, every transaction can be secured and verified by thousands of users around the globe, which makes cryptocurrencies more secure and also less centralized. We could make a whole video about this, but right now, we just need to know that they work similar to other currencies, but they bring some advantages, and thus they have become a huge trend around the world. Don't worry, we'll soon get to the story of the greatest investment in history, but you need to know these things first. Now, you have probably heard about Bitcoin, which is the most famous and most widely used of all the cryptocurrencies. But in the same way there are a lot of normal currencies like dollars, euros and pounds, there are also a lot of cryptocurrencies, one of which is the central point of today's story. Also, just like traditional currencies, these can go up and down in value. If suddenly every person in the world wants to get and use the US dollar, they would go up in price compared to other currencies. On the contrary, if no one cared about the US dollar, they would drop in price. The same thing happens with cryptocurrencies, or cryptos as they're commonly abbreviated. For example, on the 6th of December 2013, a cryptocurrency named Dogecoin was released. At the time, not many people cared about it, so it wasn't worth much. In fact, the currency was trading for $0.0002, or 0.2 of a cent, for a long time. It wouldn't be forever though, as it got some traction, even going into 10 times its original worth. This meant that if someone invested $1,000 into it, it would now be worth $10,000. Now, here comes the crazy part. Around May of 2021, more than 6 years after its release, the coin started getting some serious growth, mainly fueled by the entrepreneur and billionaire Elon Musk, who supported the coin with his tweets. The coin reached an all-time high price on the 8th of May. In just about 4 months, Dogecoin's value increased by 100 times. This means that someone who invested $1,000 in January would have around $100,000 by May. Now, the coin did go lower in price afterwards, but that's another story. While we agree that multiplying your money by 100 times can be called astronomical gains, they don't compare to what the subject of our story achieved. Yet, they didn't do it investing in Dogecoin, but in another cryptocurrency that was born and advertised as the Dogecoin killer. In August of 2020, a new cryptocurrency was created. Its name was the Shiba Inu coin, and it has been advertised as the Dogecoin killer. Basically, the anonymous people who created it said that they would do what Dogecoin had done in terms of how famous the coin became, how much it went up in value, and that they would do it much better. There have been a lot of people investing in the currency. They call themselves the Shiba Army, and they are sure that they will also become millionaires, multimillionaires, or even billionaires with the growth of the Shiba Inu coin. Now, what has happened since its release? First of all, there were so many Shiba Inu tokens created that the value of it was so low that we wouldn't even bother to read out the price each time. Just for you to know, the currency was trading at about this number on the screen. This meant that in 2020, with $1 you invested, you would have bought 1 billion Shiba Inu coins. That's an impressive amount, although it wouldn't have mattered much because of the crazy low value of each coin. But that would change in 2021. Now, we don't want to make the story too long, so we will skip a lot of what happened and transport ourselves to October 2021. For some reason, or probably several factors which are unknown to us, the Shiba Inu token started to get an unprecedented amount of traction. Almost out of nowhere, the trading value of each token went from this number to this number. It's hard to see with such small prices, but that meant an 856,596 times increase in its value. Again, if we put that into perspective, if you had invested $1,000 in Shiba Inu in 2020, you would have around $1 billion in your wallet at its all-time high. That is the most absurd increase in value I have ever seen. And that's exactly what this person did. Although there isn't a ton of information, this viral tweet discovered an account that had invested $8,000 in Shiba Inu about a year ago. This wallet bought roughly $8,000 of Shiba Inu last August. It is now worth $5.7 billion. From $8,000 to $5.7 billion in roughly 400 days. We may actually be looking at the greatest individual trade of all time. Yes, $8,000 converted into $5 billion in only 400 days. Many theorized that the wallet had been lost, as it had happened with other cryptos. Nevertheless, Morning Brew updated us with this other tweet. The wallet has moved some of the Shiba Inu coin, transferred it to various wallets. So the wallet hasn't been lost. We'll link the tweet in the description if you want to learn more. So what would you do if this was you? If you like this story, you won't want to miss this one about the man that attempted the craziest flight and skydive in history. Click here to watch that now. Now, go and live the most valuable of all stories. The story of your life.